Hello, everybody. Hello. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Hello. So, we're back. We're back again in Kingdom Two Crowns. Hello, Vigor. Hello. How are you? So, how's your week so far? Oh God, this week, um, on Tuesday, I have an online sale that I need to prepare for, and so I've been busy. And also, Wednesday, last Wednesday, I had to attend a funeral. My uncle died, so I've been a little bit all over the place this week. So that's my week, and Um, on the plus side, my garden is doing fine. I am planting parsley or celery, depends. Um, I'm planting that seed, which actually is much harder than it looks. I'm also planting what is it called? Wing beans. Yeah, I'm planting wing bean. That is also on the way, so it's good. It's good. All things are doing good. You are good, Vigor. Just heat wave today. We have 40 degrees Celsius. Oh God. Okay. You have a few videos that got your interest, and you watch a bunch of them. Ooh, is it about the back rooms, Vigor? Oh man, have you heard about the heat wave in Iran? It reached 60 plus degrees Celsius. It's so hot there that the government there has issued a a closure on every single places there. It's so hot that you can't even function there. It's about the countries. Oh, okay. Yeah, while you are why won't you tell me what that video is about while I set up my game here? Also, I did say that I am a little bit stressed out this week, right? So much so that here's the thing, here's a funny fact about me is that whenever I'm stressed, I grind my teeth during my sleep. I so much so that I had to use a mouth guard whenever I went to sleep, especially during stressful days, which is which is quite a lot in recent years. But on the one night that I didn't use my mouth guard, I bite my tongue during my sleep, and that's why if you listen to me slurring quite a bit during this stream, it's because of my tongue. My tongue is a little bit injured. So the videos showed one country. Is each video showed a different country, and then they showed what other countries would feel if that one country died. So is it a personification of a country, or is it based on people's opinion from that said country? Oh God. Okay. Let me say an example. Vigor. I actually forgot what am I supposed to do in this level on this island. But let's just explore, shall we? I think we managed to destroy all of the portal on the left side. So, oh shoot, it's not. Okay, okay. Interesting. Almost nighttime, so interesting. We can go and fix this ship. Why not? Thank goodness that the ship repair site is inside our castle walls. That way I don't have to worry about missing parts stolen by the gridlings. Okay, that should be enough. Okay. Whoa, what happened to you? And what about you guys? Interesting. Okay, let's. Tonight is a blood moon night. So let's do some recon. Okay, so there's this. Interesting. Okay, let's send a samurai out for an expedition. Oh my god, there's only one? Oh shoot. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, Vigor. If Italy died, Libya would be happy, Japan and USA would be sad. Spain would be shocked, UK would be angry and depressed. Interesting. Europe and all members of NATO will be surprised, and Germany would get revenge to honor Italy's death. Okay, one question. What caused Italy to die in the first place? Is it um external attack or is it caused by internal conflict? Uh well, I don't know. Let's say it's got no. That's fair. Okay, come on. Come on. You can survive this. I am so scared right now. Our our forces is not that strong. Oh shoot. Okay. Okay, we survive. We survive. And you got surprised with what countries would feel with the next one you saw. Ooh. Yeah, do tell me about it, Vigor. Well, okay. My plan after this is to expand this area, which means I have to sacrifice this camp, this camp, so that I can make way for hunting place, hunting area for my archers. I do need to get more knights, or I should say samurai. We should have a lot of money right now, so I'm not that worried. Oh dang. Oh dang. Holy sh. Okay. Oof. Oof. Come on. Yes. Okay, we managed to survive that. I'm shocked. Oh, okay. For example, if Greece died, Turkey, North Macedonia, and Albania would be happy. Israel and Cyprus would be sad. NATO members except Turkey would be shocked. Russia and Italy would be angry and depressed, and UK, Armenia, and Serbia would get revenge. Oh, interesting. There must be a reason why each countries would act like they did. I'm not that up to date with countries' relation with each other, so except the ones that are surrounding my country. So yeah, I'm not sure about international politics. Is there a reason why they would, for example, Italy would be angry and depressed at, for example, Greece has fallen, for example. Is there a reason for that? Is there a reason why UK would get revenge? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so I need to remove all this. You know why? Ooh, you enlighten me about this. Turkey, North Macedonia, and Albania are enemies with Greece. Israel and Cyprus are close allies with Greece. Greece is a member of NATO as well. Russia and Italy help Greece and Greece helps them. And UK, Armenia, and Siberia are some of the top allies of Greece as they help each other for years. Oh, today I learned. I never knew about that piece of fact. Okay, we should have enough time tomorrow to clear up this half of the forest and then expand until here, I guess. Okay, that sounds like a good plan. So, Vigor, is there any other country that you've watched about that situation that you just posted? Okay, so I should get some more archers. Hmm, okay. Okay. Let's go and explore and expand on the right side. Okay, you. Ooh, it's raining. Hello? Why is there a ghost here? Where are you going? Hello? Okay, and then what? What? A wise ruler stacks their coffer? What do you mean? Okay, interesting. Why would I want to upgrade this? What? That ghost is so drunk. Whatever. You are distracting me, ghost. Because of you, I didn't have enough time to expand on this side enough. Okay, so here's a new plan. Oh shoot, okay. Here's a new plan. The next day, I'm gonna start deforesting from this side so that I can build a barrier much further out. Go, go dude, go. I mean, dude, run. You are so dead. Okay, now we can go out into the wilderness. Okay, let's start with this side, shall we? Our goal is to have this to this amount of land to be emptied. Okay, Ghost, what is wrong with you? What do you want? I'm not interested. Because of you, I am so distracted. It's so freaking annoying. Dude, you need to go. Thank you. My god. Okay, now let's do this. Oh my god, is it at the end of the day already? Well, time sure does fly. At least let's get the first stone barrier up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on. You can make it. Okay. Is everyone doing okay? Okay, everyone, be prepared. Nice. You will look for a bit, Vigor? Sure. Okay, let's see. Hmm. I can further strengthen my barrier. We do have copper at our disposal. Man, I love this whole ambiance. It's raining. Yes. Oh, the ghosts really have have something to say, huh? The problem is I don't care. Why would I care about you, ghost? Nice. Now that we have removed all of the forest, now we can rebuild stuff. Ooh, what is this? I forgot all about you. It's metal work so that I can improve on my samurai. Ah, okay, okay. I'm gonna need a lot more money, huh? But I think that's not gonna be a problem for me. We do have a lot of coins. Too much, some would say. Oh my god, it's overflowing. Yes, my samurai is fully upgraded. Should I build a portal? Do you guys think? Decisions, decisions. Okay, well, what about let's let's go and do some expanding first before we make any expedition to destroy Gridling's portal. Okay, so how far away is the next enemy's portal? I think it's not that far away. I should be close. Oh no, it's really far away, huh? Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. My God. I'm, I'm, uh... Come on. Griffin, come on. I'm panicking. I'm panicking right now. No, come on. Are you freaking kidding me? Defeat is the experience of loss. Oh man, come on. Ugh. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I think we still... Nope. We have to start from scratch. Uh, Not exactly, right? Okay, so the lighthouse does remain the same. And we still have access to copper. Okay, okay. I'm screwed. Yeah, I royally messed up. My God. Okay. So first thing first, let's rebuild. Wait, that's a merchant? Since when is there a merchant? What is going on? I am confused. Really, really confused. Okay, okay. It's not that bad. Is it? Yeah, I think it's not that bad. I do need to I do need to have a look at. So there are 0 portals and there are 0 diamond to be extracted. Just need to unlock. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Meaning I don't have to be worried. Okay. Okay, now I remember. My god. Why did I venture out? Why? I miscalculated. That's okay. You still hold my diamond, so that's good. I really want my griffin. Please give me my griffin. Okay, so this is the arrow statue. I've unlocked that, right? Okay, so that's good. Okay, so we didn't lose that much. Yeah, okay. We didn't lose that much progress. It's just that we have to start from scratch. We still have our coffer to support us. Man, man, this normal horse is it sucks. Okay, so it's the second day. Man, I can't wait to destroy the enemy's portal. And thank goodness we also stash away most of our diamond in that ghost merchant. Otherwise, we would royally been screwed over. Do we even need? Okay, I know what to do. What I need to do is find a better mount. This is the ballista. Oh, okay. We didn't unlock the ballista, so we don't even need that. What I need right now is a better mount. Okay, there we go. Come on, wake up, you lazy ass. There we go. Whoops. I forgot. I forgot. Okay, so basically we don't have. Uh-oh. Come on, eat up. Basically we don't have the necessary technology to permanently destroy the main portal, but that's fine, I guess? Question mark? Yeah, I do need a lot more archers, huh? I can't believe at how far back we got sent. We finally upgraded our samurais. My god. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take this as a challenge to do a speed run. How quickly can I get to my last spot in the game before I died? Okay, we also need to fix up the ship. How far away is it? Really far away, huh? Interesting. And I also need to remove all of these forests because I really don't need it. And it would make my travel so much faster. Hello? It's so funny to see that the ninjas are sitting here out in the open when there's no cover. Interesting, interesting. Maybe I should make it my goal to at least do some deforestation on the site where there are no more monsters portal and there is a lighthouse. Maybe I should make that my goal because right now all of this extra forest is not that useful for us. So thick. Okay, we should be interesting. Why can't I fix the ship? Oh, I have to let them finish fixing the boat first. And now we can finish things up. Okay, while we wait for that, let's finish up the lighthouse. Is it a lighthouse? Yeah, it is a lighthouse. I'm still sad that I make such an idiotic decision to venture out into the forest. What is wrong with me? Still don't understand what is the function of the lighthouse here, but it's better to build it. Okay, so the lighthouse did. I don't understand what is the function or what is the meaning of the icon on the left hand side. I know the diamond and the portal, but I don't know what is the top left there. Interesting. Before we go to the next island, I am gonna do a whole lot of deforestation. Just decimate the whole island population. I really don't want to do all of this. In the case I did the same thing all over again in the future. Okay, that section is done. So let's let's do further deforestation. I have a vendetta against all these trees. It hinders my progress. Why do you go for the inner part first? Hello? Okay, that should be enough. Oh my god, the samurais. What are you gonna do now? There's no more hiding place for you. Good luck. Okay, so I do need to give my excess wealth to the coffer so that the future me, if should I make the same mistake as this again, I have an excess money. You guys should have a lot of money by now. Look at just how lush the land is now that we have done deforestation, devastate this whole area. Oh, interesting. Ooh, okay, let's do that. Ooh, red and cream. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that's more like what I'm comfortable with, the color scheme. Should I hire more builders, do you think? You cleared an acre of land. I got an achievement. Interesting. So there's an achievement for it. Interesting. Okay, so what's next on our agenda? Let's continue on deforestation. Yeah, let's do that. Man, look at this. Look at this lush prairie. Is that the term for it? My God, there's so many tanukis. You guys have a lot of money, huh? Interesting. They are so far away from their post that they decided to camp into this area. Interesting. I wish that there's a bar of stamina you can see for the amount. That way, I would know if I was gonna screw myself over or not. Because in most cases, it's because I overextended. I don't know when to stop. Hmm. So it's gonna take me quite a long time to finish deforesting this island, huh? So far in between. And it's just the first island too. Okay, okay. Still don't know what is up with this. What is the 199? 142? 108? Interesting. I guess we'll find out after this. It's really funny that the samurai are just stuck here. They don't even move. I've completely broken the samurais. Interesting. You could just go fishing. At least you're gonna contribute to the kingdom. Oh my god, they are moving you deeper and deeper into the forest. I wonder what will happen if there's no more forests. Back, you had to get your food. Ooh, what you are having. You're not missing much, Vigor. I'm just doing some deforestation on this island because I am so fed up with all these trees and forests. It hinders my movement. So they had to go. Classic Greek food that you don't know how it's called in English. Oh. One of the few Greek food that I know is, wait, is tzatziki Greek? I think it is, right? You think? Okay. Okay. You saw a cockroach once again? Oh no. Is it huge? Man, the samurais keep going deeper and deeper into the forest. When there is no more place for them to hide. And this is the end of the forest. I wonder what's gonna happen to them after this. There. It's done. I felt bad for the samurais. I deprived them of their job, basically. It was big, but you secretly just put it down the street before you got your food because it had its two legs cut off. And you felt bad. Of course, you grab it with paper, not with your hand. Speaking of grabbing cockroach by hand, I did. I I had done it in the past. Not grabbing its body, but its antenna. Oh god. It's not a pleasant experience, I have to say. Is this good? This place good? Hey, I think that's gonna be it for me. Okay, so let's have this. I'm just curious, what would happen if I upgrade this? I'm just curious. Oh my god, it's the new Twitter. It's X. It's so tall too. Interesting. Almost as high as the castle. Oh, what is this? Oh, interesting. Okay, so I need to go to the place where there are people that I can. Interesting. I can hire, which is somewhere around here. Oh my god, you are so far? Okay, there we go. Maybe I should have taken the portal, huh? Interesting. Interesting that there's no sound effect for that. Oh my god, where are you guys going? There's no more forests. Oh, interesting that when there's no more forest, they simply hide inside your castle walls. Interesting. Okay, it makes sense. Dang. Okay, we have a lot of money now. Now I just have to wait for these two dum-dums to come and become knighted. And then we can go to our merry ways. Is it just me, or is the day progression becoming more and more faster? Wait. Okay, so the only thing that we haven't unlocked is the ballista, which for me is not in my playstyle. I don't really care about ballista at all. So while we wait for them... What? Oh, interesting. I was thinking, why is there no arches on this side? Okay, you know what? YOLO, let's go. We have three samurais at our disposal, so that's good. Okay, let's go. Okay. There's a knight statue there. You don't even need the Komodo dragon or the bear. Interesting that there's four more portals on this island that we didn't destroy. Okay, let's go to this island and light up the lighthouse and build a lighthouse. Let's go. Man, I have so many things to recover from my mistake. Okay, you gotta go, Vigor? Okay, thank you for dropping by, okay, Vigor? I'm sorry if I'm not making any progress whatsoever in this stream. It's all because I did a dum-dum. But thank you for dropping by. I really do appreciate it. Hey, hello? Okay, while we wait for that, let's explore, shall we? Okay, explore first. Let's explore. I think the left side is here, but I might be wrong. Okay, each. I see a portal there. Interesting. Wait, what? Okay, so there are four more portals on this island that we didn't... Wait. Which island did I go? Oh, I choose the wrong... I choose the wrong island, y'all. Okay. Okay. What to do? What to do? So, here's the plan. We are gonna strengthen our defense and then expand slowly. You know what? No. I'm so tired of playing safe. I'm gonna be hella aggressive this time around. Which means... Which means I need to remove all this. Oh shoot! I need to remove all of those excess... Not excess, the closest vagrant shelter. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I had to. Okay, so there's a chest there. This is the... Oh, okay. Interesting. We never unlock the builder's statue, huh? Interesting. I think it's most probably because we don't have enough. Is that a baker? My god. It is the baker. Okay. Okay. Interesting. What to do, what to do. First thing first, I think let's expand. Yeah, we should expand a little bit. Okay, so after this, I'm gonna play hella aggressive, meaning that I should send my knights out as soon as possible. Okay. That's great. So we have 1 diamond, 2 diamond, 3 diamond? Okay. We have a ton of archers, so that's good. keep forgetting that I can upgrade my castle. Okay, while they are doing that, let's expand. I'm so tired of playing defensively, so I'm gonna play aggressively this time around. Let's have our builder statue activated. Okay, that's good. We have so many archers, so I'm not that worried about manpower right now. I'm more concerned on how am I gonna expand this time. Come on, I need my builders. Okay, the builders is having a little bit of a problem. I can see right now. They are a little bit slow. I can't. I'm not taking. You know what? No. We can. Let's go. We can make it through this time. It's gonna be really close. You guys just focus on building that for now. Okay, good. Hello? Go, my archers, go. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna be a blood moon night, so aggressive. Remember, aggressive. Okay, what is the function of this? Oh my god, I have the technology to destroy portals? Okay. I forgot all about that. Interesting, interesting. Ooh. Ooh, okay. This is a very, very good. Okay, everyone, get back inside. Okay. As for builders, I do need to increase my builders. Okay, now that is done. Let's expand. Whoop, I ran out of coins. Interesting, that's a first. I'm gonna expand so much. Okay, so... okay, okay. We're making a lot of progress. So next, we should focus on the left side since we did spend a lot of time and money expanding on the right side. So it's only fair we should focus on the left side next. So there's two more samurais that need armor. I don't have enough money. Interesting. Do any of y'all have money? Interesting. Okay, you know what? You know what? More archers. And while we are at it, let's get some more money from our coffers. Hey, we should be okay at this point. My oh my, look at our samurai. So my next goal is to send my samurai into this forest. Or should I expand first? You know what? Yeah, I should expand the left side first and build a catapult. And then we can think about sending our samurais to destroy the portal. But the thing is, in order for me to expand, I need to destroy the forest on this side. So, okay, that's is next on the agenda. So we have one samurai that is not armored yet. That is gonna be fixed in the next few days. Hey, let's go, everyone. You know what? Yeah, should do this. And now we just wait, I guess. Man, we have a lot of builders, huh? Interesting. It is almost midday, huh? Okay. Yeah, you know what? I do have to sacrifice this camp, but that's fine, I guess. All for the sake of everyone's safety. Oh shoot. Okay, it's almost nighttime. Everyone get back inside. Okay. Let's do that. Man, is there no amount of soil that I can use to make a barrier? What? Interesting. I want to expand on the left side here, but apparently I can't. Interesting. I can make a tower here, but what use is that if I can't make a barrier? You are so deep in the forest. Interesting. Okay, so there is a amount of land here. Okay. Do you think I can? I can. Okay, let's go. It's gonna be close, I have to say. I might not have enough money as it is. Okay, let's have them finish up this barrier first. Are you Oh, snap. Ah, God, okay. I lose. What are you doing? Sir? You... I am losing all of my builders, huh? Interesting. You know what? That's on me, actually. Okay, I do need a lot of money so that I even had the chance. You know what? Let's have some ninjas. Okay. Actually, this is good. This is good. I should focus on making the catapult one. Hmm. Should I hire a gardener? Farmer, I should say. Should I hire a farmer to... Oh, interesting. The more builders you have, the faster it will move. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, I am gonna need some money from the coffers. Hello, sir? I asked for money from the coffers because I want to send my knights or samurais into battle. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 samurais, so we should be good. Oh, they are really, really efficient. So that's good. Oh, okay. Actually, we're making quite a progress. We are all only 10 days. Interesting. Have they been... Oh, shoot. Okay. They are already been attacked. The right side should have more than enough money. Okay. Then we hire these 3 people. Okay, great. Okay. So here's the plan. I am gonna need farmers. So let's do it on the left side. We're gonna need a lot of money in order to make this dream of mine a reality. So we need 4 farmers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna need this. Hello, where are my builders? Okay, let's fully upgrade this land into a farming area. Okay, can I fully upgrade it? No, I can't. Okay, okay. What if I hire 5? A 5th farmer? Because it seems like I can hire like what, 6 in total? I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, what to do again? Hmm. I think for now we just need to wait. Maybe, yeah, maybe let's hire 1 more farmers. Let's see how it goes. In a single farming area, we can have 6 farmers, huh? That's quite a lot. Interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 farmers. But we need a lot of land for them to work for, huh? Okay, so come morning, I am gonna send my knights 1 more time to destroy the final portal on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 samurais out into the forest. Destroy this. Go, my knights, go! Yes, yes! The lighthouse is lit. Okay. Oops. Okay, so our next uh our next step in this whole strategy is to destroy the portal on the right, while also destroy all of the forests on the left. Hey, should I build this? No, I think we should have enough workers in the main area. And I do need to fix my ship. That is also something that I should start doing. None of y'all have money? What? Interesting. Okay, I do need to make some more farmers and farming land. Hmm. Where is okay, there it is. Let's build this first and then we can build another ship part. So we need 6 farmers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That should cover our bases. We really need a lot of money, huh? Thank goodness we have a ton of farmer on our hand right now. Hmm. Okay, so here's the plan. Before I expand on the right, I do want to finish deforesting this left side first. So let's start by doing that. That way I don't have to worry about all this forest hindering my movement. Hey, that is done. The left side has been fully expanded. Now I don't have to worry about the dang about the dang forest anymore. We have a lot of coins. Okay. Here's the plan. Start fixing the ship. While we are waiting for the ship to be finished, now we can focus on the left side. Sorry, not left side, right side. Dang. Okay. And why not? Let's hire these three people. We do have a lot of excess money. Speaking of excess money, let's go. Let's send our knight. One, two, three. There's only three? Man. Okay. And why not? Let's expand on this side. Man, it's so far away, huh? I never realized that. Okay, so one more portal. And then we can finish up by destroying the last gang portal. The big one. Okay, so I'm not even sure what to do now. I guess let's hire more archers? Hey, I think playing aggressively does help us in the long run. So I'm not that worried right now. We have a lot of money. We have a ton of farmer that can generate income for our coffers. Remember, excess money can be saved into our kingdom's coffer, so that's good. It's just that I'm worried about this. Hmm, okay. I do want to expand that. Oh my god, it's almost nighttime already? Oh my god, it's already nighttime. Okay. Man, I have no sense of time, huh? We just need to survive this then. Is there no monsters attacking us? Okay, so there is. Just that they are so far away. It's gonna take them quite a long time. Oh my god. I felt sorry for the deer. Oh my god. The stone really hit the deer, huh? Let's do some deforestation first. I know for certain that we are strong enough. We have a ton of arches. So having a low level barrier is okay for us right now. Gonna be that far away, huh? Thing. Whoops. Okay, after this, I am gonna continue on tomorrow. Because right now, it is almost at the end of the day. And it's gonna be too risky for me to continue on this path right now. But I do need to be on this place just in case my troop messed something up. Okay, everyone, get back inside. Okay, so they are coming. Oh, they don't stand a chance. Okay, that's good. Now we just need to further expand on this side. And we are golden, I have to say. You know what? You know what? I should be able to simply skip all that. Just make... Oh, hello. I don't think I'm gonna need you just yet. But I can make a barrier here. And simply skip the deforestation part later. Okay, you guys better be moving as quickly as possible. I need all hands on deck. My God, am I gonna gamble? Oh my God. Oh my God, where is my troop? What the Hello? I am um uh-oh. Uh-oh. I am too over ambitious in doing that. My God, what are you guys doing? Go back inside. Do you guys have a death wish? You guys definitely have a death wish. Okay, that's it. Oh fuck. Okay. 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 I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay. Here's the plan. Hire these people. Okay, more builders, I guess. My God. For now, let's recover back what. Okay. We have two people there. There should be two more people out here. You know what? Let's hire this people. How far away is it from the next portal? Okay, it's not that far away. Okay. So we do need a really he long head start. Okay. Thank goodness we didn't lose that much. Just a slight hiccup. Okay, so I'm guessing it's gonna be a Blood Moon night, right? Okay, okay. Why are you guys not running? Oh, okay. Interesting. No wonder they are not running. They thought there's no job, so no urgency to go into the castle. Interesting. Okay, now we're gonna need a head start. Because it's gonna take them quite a long time to reach here, especially the builders. So it's gonna be quite a challenge. I wonder how long they are gonna take. Okay, here's the plan. I think I'm being over ambitious and try to make a barrier stronger than it is necessary. Whereas what I should be doing is just let this be built up and then let our troop reach this area first before we even do anything else. Sounds like a good plan. And we are almost at the end of the day. My god. It's like 2 p.m. Okay. Let them strengthen this stone wall first. Wait. What happened to the... What? Okay, so I can have multiple catapult, I think. Okay. I don't think... What is going on? Okay, so apparently that is not the best strategy to do. Interesting. I am... I am gonna... oh god, okay. I'm losing a little bit more. What to do, what to do? Maybe it's a little overambitious of me to do it like that. It's gonna be a blood moon too. Hmm. It's also interesting that it's not took them such a short amount of time for them to break through our defenses, combined with the fact that our troop took their sweet own time to reach the next checkpoint. It's definitely worrisome. Hey, you know what? Why not? We did lose some archers and some builders, so yeah, let's recuperate first. This is gonna be a huge undertaking. Okay, let's try that one more time. Usually, the day after a blood moon is usually a mild one, so we should be able to build our new defenses. Come on, you guys, run, run! Oh man, is it gonna work? I don't think it's gonna work. Oh god. Okay, the if third time it's not gonna work, then I think I'm over ambitious, basically. Interesting. There's no place to hire a samurai, huh? Oh, speaking speaking of it, I'm gonna hire two samurai just in case these two can provide some sort of protection for us in the meantime. Okay, you guys better get your ass up in here. I'm worried. Okay, so if I were to do it like this again in the next island, I should be doing so after a blood moon. Okay, and now let's send our samurai. One, two, three. Okay, there we go. Okay, nice. Oh my god, what is this? A war horse? Wait. Okay. Oh my god, war horse. Okay, war horse is good actually. Oh shoot. Okay. You know what? This is a good time for me to use a war horse because it provides invulnerability or iframe for our troops. So it's gonna be quite useful for us. So I am... Okay, eat some grass. And let's pray for our... for our own... Okay. Oh, nice. The samurais are doing work. Nice. Man, I'm not worried. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna need any more of the war horse. So here's the plan. We're gonna exchange back into our griffin. As much as I love the war horse, but the war horse is a little bit on the slow side. They have a high defense but low speed. The griffin has high speed but low defense. Okay. I think if I go to my castle right now, I can buy a bomb. And then I can send my knights to detonate the bomb and permanently destroy the portal, right? If I'm not mistaken. What are you guys doing? It's already nighttime. Oh my god, yes. How satisfying is that? Okay, now before I end the stream, I am gonna try it. Otherwise, the suspense would kill me. Okay, let it rest for a bit. I'm curious as to whether we can do this or not. Ooh, that's a lot of money, huh? Okay, okay. Thank goodness for the farmers. Okay, and then what? Do I need someone to carry it out? Most probably a builder, huh? Yup, it is a builder's responsibility to do that. Okay. We're gonna need another one, huh? We need one more or four? Oh, we need a lot. We need a lot of builders. Uh, no? Just two? What? Oh, they are waiting for me. Oh, okay. Can I hire some more builders? No? Only two? Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go, girls. Okay, so now we have samurais following us. Oh, I think I know what to do. Are you guys still coming? Or... Okay. You know what? While we are waiting, let's clear up the forest, shall we? Okay. What's our plan here? It is almost midday, so I'm gonna wait until tomorrow, actually, to do it. Okay, now we just have to get ready. Burn! Yeah, it's so satisfying. Okay, let's go. Let's go, gamers. Let's go. We are on day 25. Man, they are so slow. Should I change horse? Yes, I should. Uh-oh. Okay. I was a little bit worried because I didn't get the prompt. Okay. It's so early in the morning, so it should be fine. Okay, and then what? Hello? Oh, okay. Whoa, what the Hello? Oh my god, this is the first time I've experienced this. Hello? Oh, thank goodness we fully upgraded the samurai. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be quite the risk that we are taking. Oh shoot, okay. Okay, I get it, I get it. Run! Run, my dude, run! Do I leave them? Whoa! The monarch has secured the kingdom. It took me 4 reigns to finally do that. Oh my god. Okay. Farmers hired 12, 15 knights hired, 24 workers, 3 ninjas trained. And now what? Hello? No crown, no monarch? What do you mean? Hello? Wait, I'm confused. I'm so oh wait. Oh, I get it. I get it. So I have to destroy all of the portals. Okay, okay, I understand. Okay, we are in the first island, right? So the first island, we should not be worried about what is going on the left side because we already finished it, right? Or do we have to start from scratch? I'm confused as hell right now. Maybe we should do this. You know what? It's still early in the day. Let's go get the griffin. Hello, where's the griffin? Okay, this one. Hello, wake up, you lazy ass. Hmm. Okay, so here's the plan. It's almost nighttime, huh? Okay. Do we know? Hmm. Okay. We not have builders? Interesting. Okay, so now that I know what to do, we have this bomb, right? So I should be able to do it again in the future. So, in the next stream, next week, I am gonna make it my life's mission to destroy all, not all, but at least destroy the first and second islands um monster portal. Yeah, I'm gonna make it my life's mission to do that. So, I guess that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thank you so much to Vigo for dropping by on the stream, as always, and accompanying me on my stream today. we do need a lot more archers, huh? Okay, okay. Now I need to save and quit. Okay, thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow for more Factorio demo, and we'll see. We'll see whether or not we can finish up that demo. For for a demo, that game is so much. There's so much content in it. I'm quite surprised. Um, yeah, we're gonna play some more Factorio demo, and we'll see what kind of whether or not I'll be overwhelmed by the enemies or not. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or the next stream. Goodbye.